It sounds like he just drinks gin all day. I don't know. Janju? Now we're just getting anti-Semitic in the hizzy, so.
Navi's turn to ban.
And only 10% short. Only 10% short of me showing my showing the Dota Cinema kitties on stream, which is a huge incentive for people, I'm sure.
Alliance's
Hey,
turn to
how
pick.
dare you? Don't you dare, okay? Kitties are super cuddly.
Invoker. Needs assassin.
Wow.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Yeah, and they're still amazing supports. There's Shadow Demon, Lesh, Crystal. Well, I guess you could call Venge a support in this, but if Navi's gonna pick, it might even be a carry. Who knows? And Jakiro.
Damn it! I had
What's
in-game
Your
audio
in-game wasn't
muted.
on? God, you are so good. I actually thought about that.
Well, I actually didn't mess it up the last few times, but this time I did.
Navi's
God damn it!
turn
All right,
to
sorry
pick.
guys if
Typical.
you're watching on the ticket. It will hopefully not happen again
It's okay.
today.
You were
but definitely
pimping
next
out the
time.
ticket.
Yeah.
So the people in the game already have
Yeah.
the ticket. They don't need to hear it. So it's all good.
Yeah, that's true. So I was like, thank you guys for purchasing the ticket, and they don't even know we're talking to them. That's great. All right, so a little bit of awkward mutes we've had along the way with basically them only hearing you. But now I should be going through. So once again, sorry about that, guys. And yeah, let's have a little bit of a look at how it's going to progress from here on. Alliance will get their hands on Bristleback as well as Crystal Maiden. So they get their support probably for Ake and that Crystal Maiden. And the Bristleback,
Alliance's
generally
turn
played as an
to pick.
offlaner these days, will probably be the hero of Admiral Bulldong. And yeah, I still can't get over that name. I think it's so legit. As we get Shadow Demon and Juggernaut for Navi here. So it seems like, what I was wondering when they picked DP early was, do they want to try to run a lineup that pushes early with the
10 seconds
Exorcism?
remaining.
Now they've got the Healing Ward with it. And I feel like this
Need Lesh.
the synergy here
They
is
need
pretty
Lesh.
good, and I
5
could imagine them
seconds
actually last
remaining.
picking the Brewmaster for this
Alliance's
and just
turn
going
to
really
pick.
heavily team fight.
I would
Oh, we
love
get
that.
Silencer.
Navi's turn to
Uh-oh.
pick.
Oh
We
yeah,
have an
you know
agreement.
what that means,
Yes,
right?
there's an agreement
You know
between
what
me
that
and
means.
Cinder, and I won't say what it is. I'm probably gonna screw it up. I know.
Of course you
myself.
are.
I'm
Of
definitely gonna
course.
screw it up, but it involves
But-
Silencer.
Oh man, Kunkka and Silencer for Alliance. So Alliance have picked Silencer previously in this tournament. They ran it together with a solo mid Warlock, as a matter of fact, and had really great synergy with that. And of course they had the Naga Siren for the setup with Song as well in that game. This time
10
around, not the
seconds remaining.
obvious setup. They get really great teamfight potential out of having Invoker
5
Kunkka together,
seconds
and then
remaining.
with the Global Silence on top of that can really disrupt Navi here. But at the same time, you're just wondering the early game, because Navi's early game is really explosive.
But they've already picked them, so I'm gonna sound like a complete noob just saying that they picked us. But Kunkka was picked, and I thought it could be for either side, to be perfectly honest. Although Navi was less likely because they had already picked the DP and Jugs. But the Shadow Demon or Crystal Maiden are great at setting up the Torrent, which I'm excited to see, along with the Invoker Sunstrike. Actually, if he ends up going an Exort build, which I guess is possible. I mean, I think Quas Wex is a little bit more popular right now, but it's still definitely possible. They have a lot of aggression possibilities with both lineups, actually. This is going to be a lot of action for sure. I'm going to be missing some kills, Cinder. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
10 seconds remaining.
As per usual, that's great to hear.
That's what you get with Sun's fan camera work.
5
every time.
seconds remaining.
You're getting in the groove slowly. It's sometimes we have a little bit of a warm-up phase in game one. Hopefully you will not need that again today, Shannon. But
Oh, this set for Nyx. Holy crap.
Prepare
Is that the,
for battle.
Yes.
wearing Dagon on his back.
And that's the one where I think if you get Dagon, it actually creates
Yeah,
an
it shoots
effect.
it out of that.
Yeah.
I can't help but think of like a Tesla coil when I see this. It just somehow reminds me of the Tesla coil from Red Alert.
And then on the other side of the Conchavos looks like he has something wrong with his face. basically.
Doesn't Juggernaut look like that with every mask? Alright.
Not every mask, come on now.
So let's quickly run over it as the teams are moving out into their lanes. We've got Host, like you said, will be playing the Juggernaut. We've got Funnick on Nyx Assassin. Dendi will be playing as Death Prophet. Kuroki on the Shadow Demon, and that leaves Puppy to play the Vengeful Spirit.
And on the other side of the coin, S4 is going to be playing the Invoker, who is not using our set. God dang it, S4, you disgust me. And then looks like
30
Aki playing
seconds
Crystal
to
Maiden. No big
battle.
surprise there. EGM, the support silencer, which is kind of a shame. Although it's EGM, so he's going to get levels one way or another. Loda playing the Kunkka with the awesome. Oh my god. It's like he has a red dot on his face. This is all messed up. This pipe was made by a random smiley face guy because that is like the best pipe ever. Has a special effect. And in fact, he has the gold. I have this Kunkka sword as well. It drops gold
battle
when he levels up
begins.
Tidebringer. It's awesome. And then last but not least, Admiral Bulldong playing his bristleback in the side solo.
No, I feel like this Kunkka's like Terminator somehow. No.
Yeah, that's true actually.
It really is Terminator.
I don't know what this. Okay, so that red dot is supposed to be coming out of his pipe. I'm not sure why it's directly on his face. He's just that much of a man, I suppose.
That's good. Somehow. All right. I mean, what lane do we watch? Because in this tournament we've actually had quite a few tri versus tri lanes, but in this one I feel like it's going to be way less obvious where shit's about to go down. I think mid lane is very unlikely as a killing lane. Bottom lane, however, I think Navi have great kill potential in the bottom lane compared to the one of Alliance up top, especially since they're choosing to just jungle Ake, which is a very classic Alliance thing to do. When they run against solo offlane, Ake just goes full-time jungle with his Crystal Maiden. Gets a fast level 3, get 2 points in the aura, just keep frostbiting the creeps and help out the lanes with the aura. Whereas the bottom lane for Navi has great kill potential. Disruption into the Vengeful Stun and then the Juggernaut Blade Fury. Although Kuroki hasn't skilled yet, so he might actually choose to go for the Soul Catcher instead for the damage output.
Well, I was expecting lots of kills, and I'm not expecting as many now. I mean, Bristleback, this is probably the best lane to get kills, at least at the start, for Navi, but we're talking about Bristleback here. Gonna be pretty difficult as long as he can get that ass in order, or that ass, what am I trying to say, his ass towards them? Makes sense? That everybody knows what I'm trying to talk about. Funnick, in the meantime, he's gonna be able to live just because this is a dual lane like you were talking about. Well, once Crystal Maiden comes in and gets those frostbites off, the torrent's pretty much guaranteed disable. That's going to be a guaranteed kill overall. So I'm waiting for that. But of course, by doing this, they're going to be getting more levels than Navi. Although they're starting to jungle now, they're realizing that Bristol is probably a little bit too difficult to kill. Although he is just going to go ancient for now, which Admiral Bulldong loves to do.
Yeah, and he has the Crystal Maiden aura helping him out, so he actually has pretty good potential of doing this stack. It shouldn't be underestimated, neither overestimated what it means to have a level 2 Crystal Maiden aura, but it can actually make the difference for a Bristleback as to what point
Dire's
he can do
middle
these
tower
ancients
is
at.
under attack.
We might see Bulldog going for a bottle to be allowed to do that, or perhaps the aura is enough. We're gonna see. At least he's stacking it up for now. Now we haven't blocked it. They're gonna find a haste rune though for Kuroki, and they don't have a smoke actually, which I feel like is kind of uncharacteristic for Navi to not have a smoke when they have this kind of a support duo in the early game. And that means getting on S4 in the mid lane is going to be a lot harder. But speaking of that mid lane, I don't even know if Dendi needs help. He's actually crushing S4 right now. Double his CS, 2 more denies, sorry, and just taking really good control of this mid lane for now. But at the same time, Dendi could easily become a victim at some point here.
Funnick is gonna rotate over towards the mid lane. Gonna probably run into Ake, who is higher level than him. But as you talked about, Dendi dominate. I guess it's not too big of a surprise considering it is a Quas Wex Invoker, so the last hitting won't be as easy. But of course, the Cold Snap will be just completely rigged, which it already is to begin with. So looking forward to seeing some of that. Bulldog level 2. So comparing the offlaners, Bulldog doing a little. I don't know if I should be calling him Bulldog to be honest, but it's just too good.
It's his name. I mean, why not?
I guess. Either way, he's a little bit higher level, so doing a little bit better overall. And in fact, he's probably going to hit 3 once he finishes off these Ancients if he's able to do so. But you're right, the Crystal Maiden aura is an absolute godsend for him, for sure.
I think he could do this before he's level 3. He needs the... Or actually, it only upgrades the base damage. The stack damage is the same on all levels on Quillspray, which is really interesting. But I still think he needs more of the base damage, to be honest.
Dire's bottom
he needs to stack it up too many times for his mana pool. Navi are just realizing, okay, well, if if Bulldog doesn't even want to show on the lane, we're just going to push his tower really fast with the healing ward. And if he tries to defend without TP support, we can
Dire
initiate on him easily.
structures are
Do
fortified.
Alliance have TPs? Crystal Maiden does have one, and he even grabs an Invis rune. Dendy could actually
Dire's
be in
bottom
trouble here
tower
soon in
is
mid,
under
unless if
attack.
Aki chooses to try to defend this bottom tower, which it doesn't really look like at the moment. They're gladly conceding this. They know Bulldog is going to get experience for it, but I feel like this is
Dire's
a little
bottom
bit
tower
expensive
has
to just
fallen.
pay a tower for experience like that, especially when you rotate your offlaner to that lane to push.
These spidey senses are definitely tingling right now.
Oh, the rune being picked up by Ake. Actually, they have a ward.
So that would so he knows. His senses aren't tingling. He just knows.
Dendy's eyes are
but
tingling.
the push continues. The push continues bottom. Bulldog can't do a whole lot. Spin's gonna be used by Khabos, and I mean it's not the most traditional pushing team. I mean you have the healing ward obviously. I think Puppy's I was gonna say he has
Dire's
at least
bottom
one in his
tower
aura to
is
be able to
under attack.
help with the push just a little bit. And he's doing just that. I was having more rotation. S4, along with some TPs. That's gonna force Kuroki and the rest of the team back. The tornado only hits one. If it had hit Kuroki, perhaps would have been a kill. Actually, probably not. They didn't have a whole lot of follow-up as Loda actually TPs in as well. So that's actually quite a bit of an investment to TP in and do basically nothing for Alliance.
I'm surprised Navi got that kind of response. I was about to say, okay, Alliance definitely need to respond here and can easily do so by just TPing in the Maiden. But because Kunkka TPs first, the CM comes in so late that she couldn't follow up on the tornado. I actually think they couldn't have done that anyway, so Alliance, a little bit of mistiming, it cost them, but now Dendy in mid will definitely be the first blood here. There's no way out.
Frostbite, Torrent, way too much damage. Invoker's the one who picks up the first blood, so beautifully done.
Radiant's middle tower
Dendy,
is
despite
under
being very
attack.
passive when that Invis was picked up, ended up going down after the rotation. So that's actually a very surprising kill, to be perfectly honest, considering the response that Alliance had, and they ended up getting away with it somehow.
Top lane, EGN taking a lot of damage. He's actually without boots, so Funnick could try to pursue this one. He breaks the salve. Will continue here. EGM doing whatever he can to just juke a little bit. Will get off the last word here. Oh, this could be close. Loda will get that kill.
We're too good. X marks. End up getting the kill.
There was someone in our chat. I have to quote this. That was really good. So we talked about this Terminator Kunkka, right? He was like, Terminator
Yes.
Kunkka uses X marks the spot. You'll be back.
Somebody needs to make a PNG of
I
that.
have
Or
to
even a
quote that.
GIF.
That was too good. That was a legit
Pretty
joke.
amazing.
So
Forward to some art. Photoshop that, guys.
we got the
paint.
Crocodile Dundee and the Poupée last time. That was really good. So always cool when the community interacts and makes this fan art. I've always been amazed by the creativity we've got in the community as far as that goes.
Hail was already used at top lane to put it on creeps for whatever reason. X marks the spot. Spike Carabase is going to be stunning EGM for now. I don't think they have enough damage to follow this up, unfortunately, but Funnick pretty much has no mana. He's going to use his mana burn at the last moment. And Dendy has his level 6. Well, he's level 7, actually. He's going to use his ultimate very shortly to actually start pushing down towers. Of course, they already
Dire's
have
middle
one tower,
tower is under
and the
attack.
pushing potential from Navi is pretty damn good. Bulldog is going to get caught out, perhaps. Nope, the stun back from Vengeful Spear, although they're not going to have enough damage to kill him either way.
Actually going to turn around as S4 comes down. This could be a big mistake for Navi. Kuroki's actually going to disrupt the Invoker here after he gets off the Cold Snap. It's going to be a very easy kill for Alliance. 3-1 for them, and maybe even 4. Puppy now caught in a little bit of a Crystal Maiden sandwich here. And Invoker needs
How is that a
couple
sandwich?
more attack. I don't know.
How?
That was a weird sandwich. You know...
That's like a sandwich with one piece of bread. Come on,
Radiant's
Cinder.
top
What kind of
tower is
sandwiches do you
under
eat,
attack.
bro? Jesus.
I'm from Europe, dude. We do it differently over here.
Okay, gotcha. Understood.
Yeah, that could have been a sandwich, but then, I don't know. Okay, he didn't actually... Yeah.
Ooh. One impale, 2 seconds away. Is he going to be able to get a kill? No, he uses his mana burn actually instead and ends up getting Curse to the Side. Wow, Kunkka's going to use his ship basically for the buff and nothing else. One
AGM
more hit
with it.
with the ship? Oh, you're talking about the debuff, absolutely.
The ship
More
itself
hit.
actually
Loaded.
hit right on
Did
his
it actually?
head.
Okay, I'm an
It
idiot.
TPs
Either way,
in.
stun's gonna come in. Puppy's gonna TP in. Disruption
Yeah,
to
he's
follow.
dead.
Soul Catcher on top of that. Should be enough damage. Just the right clicks alone will all likely to kill him. And it is. Dendy, though, has the haste. Didn't really find anybody, though. I can't believe that ship actually hit and I missed it. Am I that blind?
What I meant was it hit, you know, he threw it to save EGM, and then it basically
Oh,
hit
yeah.
EGM right on the head, but he's an ally, so it doesn't do anything apart from
Okay.
applying
You,
the buff.
you
Just
made
looked
me
good.
think that I was an idiot because I actually said the debuff. Or the buff, I should say. was applied. So how dare you, Cinderin?
I guess I accomplished my goal then.
On your one bread sandwiches.
Top lane.
He's gonna pop Exorcism,
Dire's top
and
tower
this
is
tower
under
is gonna take a little bit of
attack.
damage, but TP support is coming in to support Ake. Loda has the ship in 4. Of course, that is such a low cooldown on the ship. An amazing,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people forget about how good the buff is for that. That is the main benefit, I think. I mean, for me, the damage is like the icing on the cake. To be perfectly honest, the main thing for me is the buff for sure.
The buff has been unchanged in many versions, and the way this ship has been buffed has actually been cooldown reduction as well as higher damage. It's insane damage in the early game, but definitely when you get to the mid game, especially because of the damage scaling, it's really about the buff you apply to it. As S4 actually solo kills the Nyx assassin here in the
Radiant's
mid lane,
middle
so
tower
good
is
job
under
for
attack.
to S4. And
P too good.
what do we have to say about Loda? I mean, you said he had the golden sword and he has a hand of Midas. Where do we go
God,
from
Omni
here?
Slash. Omni Slash. I thought he was gonna get Ghost Walk off, but didn't have time to invoke it. Sorry, what was your question, Cinder? As I'm actually catching all the kills for once in my life.
I'm talking about really important stuff like Loda having Hand of Midas
Dire's middle
and the golden
tower is
sword.
under
So
attack.
how can he improve his bling
He
here
can
on the front?
play ability draft and get Greevil's Greed on top of all that. As we're gonna see a torrent.
Ship's gonna come in as well.
It's gonna hit on Phonics. Spike
Dire's
Carapace comes up a little bit too late, it looks like.
fortified.
This tower is gonna be close to denied. He's gonna get stunned from Puppy along with the Impale. Navi's gonna try to back up, but there's the Frostbite, there's the EMP. Phonics is getting very low. The EMP's gonna hit. Doesn't really do a whole lot of damage because his mana was pretty much dissipated at that point. Tornado is gonna. Oh, it's almost enough to kill him. Not quite enough though. As he's gonna chase, he's gonna get the kill. Is this gonna be enough though for him to get away? As we're seeing Kunkka kill Vengeful Spirit on the sidelines. S4 is gonna attempt to run him. He is so freaking fast. Oh, the wave's gonna hit him from Dendi. Crocodile Dendi, beautifully done. And the torrent just gonna add a little insult to non-injury, really. It's gonna
At the
break things
same
up to a
time,
2-for-2 overall.
we see a 1-for-1 trade-off up top. Kuroki actually manages to kill EGM before Kuroki dies to the creeps, and because of that, the global silence was actually wasted as well. Or I don't know if it secured EGM getting the kill in the end because we were looking mid, but at least the global silence was used there, so that was kind of a big deal. And you forgot our deal. Shame on you.
I'm sorry. I
but-
didn't even notice it was you. That's what I'm telling you, man. It's just too hectic. I can't remember these things. I don't even know what we're talking about. I just think
Some do, but
Okay.
yeah. We'll see if we can pick it up later in the game. I would love to have that happen. But anyway,
Gonna
now
have
it's
to
kind
follow
of
EGM
spoiled,
this whole
right?
game. Yes.
So anyway, Alliance, they do come out ahead in this fight, I guess, overall you could say, but the gold is actually still favoring Navi, and it's the tower advantage. They're 1 tower ahead, but about 1,000 behind in the experience, but this is a very even game at the moment. And that means it's going to come down to Navi's... Oh, wait a second, Puppy's going to actually initiate on Loda up here. This could backfire really heavily.
Oh, nice disruption. I'm not sure if the ship would have hit, but either way, Vengeful Spirit's gonna stay alive for a little bit longer, but not long enough, as Puppy will go
Dire's
down
top
one way or
tower
another.
is under
Kunkka
attack.
getting lasted yet again. That is 4 kills for Loda. Holy jeez. EMP's not gonna hit Denny in the mid lane though. As yeah, 4 kills for both Kunkka and Invoker. S4 and Loda just doing work today.
The reason this is even right now is mainly the difference in last hits at the moment. Funnig is quite a bit behind Admiral Bulldog, but at the same time S4 has half the farm of Dendi. He's really dragging ahead, and Hvost also sitting on more last hits than Loda does. He has the Midas advantage though, so I guess all in all that kind of evens out. And yeah, this... Like right now it comes down to how Navi are able to execute their strategy in the next 5 minutes, because they have the potential when Juggernaut's healing ward is almost level 4 now. Dendi's gonna get Exorcism level 2 in not too long as well. And then Navi really have fighting potential. Nyx is gonna be level 7 as well. And on at the same time, you can say for Alliance, they have all their key abilities up as well. Global Silence is available, the ship we talked about, it's now level 2. Bristleback is now level 9. He's doing really well for himself.
Oh, S4 getting swapped into the stun. Silence. Too much damage. Dendi getting
Dire's
the
bottom
last
tower
hit.
is under attack.
Is this gonna turn into a push is the question. I guess they don't even need Exorcism. The tower is basically dead to begin with.
Dire's middle
And
tower
the Radiant
has
actually
fallen.
ended up taking that from Navi. A little bit less gold for... How does that work now, actually? I completely forget. It used to be you actually get more gold overall if the Radiant or Dire get the kill. But I think now it's different, right?
Yeah, you get the same gold overall, plus a bonus for whoever last hits the tower. So
So in general, you technically get less money if the Radiant or Dire gets the last hit now, correct?
you simply lose the extra gold that the guy last hitting
Right.
it would get.
Right, okay.
It's... yeah. Top lane.
Vendetta.
Funnick is gonna go on his.
Silencer's
Oh
dead.
man, EGM is so dead.
I've got my ear.
She'll just steal it with a one shot.
Typical. Persians do it, man. They steal all the life.
Oh.
Tornado EMP, it's gonna hit, and the impale is gonna be used.
That was a smart play from Funnick there. He just throws Impale to take less damage from the EMP. Really sneaky play there, as Ake now is going to be hunted by Dendi. Dendi's really quick, by the way. He has the Yule Scepter in phase, boots 503 movement speed when phase is activated. He's going to go here, but Bulldong shows his donger, and Dendi flees in fear immediately.
It's a pretty big donger, I won't lie. I had a team fight here in the mid lane. We're having some rotation from S4. It looks like Navi doesn't want to take part in this. Probably a good choice since it is a 2v4 in that situation at least. Looking at the tower advantage, 2 towers down for Navi, 0 Lance. I guess that's not a huge surprise considering the team that they're going up against, but we're gonna have a smoke. And this is where things get scary for, actually looking at Kunkka, his pipe is fixed by the way, thanks to his death. Sometimes that happens, I suppose. Maybe it was a, no, I don't think he swapped. I'm not sure what that bug is. Either way, he's not Terminator anymore. Now he's just a pimp with a pipe.
Because he died, he's not supposed to die, right?
That's true.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Alright,
attack.
Bristleback in mid. The healing ward actually already used by Frost. That's kind of a big deal if that one gets removed, because then Alliance can much easier go in. Actually, they are going to go in Funnick right now.
EMP. Bulldog has absolutely no mana. Along with Funnick, though, this is a dead Funnick one way or another. And in the meantime, Puppy trying to do as much support as he can, but they're going to resign to just losing one and perhaps this tower. Lots of creeps. TP support, though. This is Dendi.
I'll be very surprised to see Navi try to defend this.
Got a Crypt Wave. Crypt Swarm, I should say. This tower's going to go down one way or another, but is it going to be denied is the question. Puppy. Bulldog's going to hit the last...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Juggernaut is going to hunt down his core. He is going to get killed. It's a double kill for Hvust. And now Bulldog is in trouble. He's going to have to run away here from Dendi, but I don't think he's going to get out of it. And that was just really smartly played by Navi. I thought they couldn't defend that, but they did really good AoE damage before the fight actually even started. They got Wave of Terror off. They got a couple Crypt Swarms off. And even some Shadow Poison there. No, actually, Kuroki wasn't even there. And Navi just take a really good fight as Kunkka... Loda found it.
Dyer's
Loda
top
got killed by
tower is
Helbert.
under attack.
Where? Oh my god. That is awesome. Navi's gonna finish off Roshan here. I think most people are gonna be completely confused why I stopped talking, so I just had to mention it. As Dendi's gonna be the one to take the Aegis.
It's gonna be a thing because all
Are
sound.
we gonna do that consistently?
Yeah, everything goes. All sound goes away when global silence is used, right? The entire battlefield
Dyer's
falls
top
silent. So we'll just be
tower is under
watching
attack.
as no one can hear anything. And then we're gonna start talking again.
Dyer's top tower has been
We're
denied.
like 1
That was the
second
idea.
into the global
Yeah, that's
silence.
what I
So.
noticed. So it turned out
Like,
terribly. So yeah, we were actually, this is kind of us in a nutshell. So we try to plan stuff, and the idea is good, but then Sunsfan always screws it up in the execution.
The execution is completely screwed up by me on a consistent basis. That's just my middle name. What can I say? Oh, but Loaded picked up a Lothar or
Shannon
Shadowblade.
screw up Scott.
Shadowblade picked up. Invoker has the Force Staff. As Bulldong is actually pretty farm considering the way that the lane started. He has a Vanguard and is finishing up a mech. In fact, does so
Actually got
instantly. It's a very
It's a big
tanky
pickup.
Bristleback.
Because
Yeah.
this is what one of the biggest item advantages you can have at this point in the game is if you're a mech ahead. It's just so cost efficient 17 minutes into the game. And Alliance, even though they lost that last fight, it's still not looking too shabby for them as bottom lane. Actually gonna go on Funnick here. The sentry is down. X-Torrent. Easy kill for Alliance. And this is
Carapace will only keep him alive just a little bit longer, but yeah, goes
it's
down.
the same as last time. Last time he was dead too, and then Alliance tried to push the tower and they really got some paper. You'll see if it's the same again.
Swap on
S4.
S4. Tornado's gonna go off, but again, this is gonna be too much damage to speak of. Ends up being a 1-for-1 overall. Definitely in favor of Navi picking off that mid
It's in the
hero.
wrong neighborhood right now.
Absolutely.
TP from Dendi. He might actually try to pursue this with the Yules. He has teammates coming in from the side here. He's gonna hold on to it in case Bulldog wants to TP, and now he can do it. Kuroki is in range for disruption. Now in case.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Crashing here, Omni Slash goes off, the ship coming in, it's gonna hit absolutely nobody, but of course, the buff is really all that matters here. Ake taking the damage from the Blade Fury, the Soul Catcher to follow. Bulldog, good lord, is getting right-click to death, as EGM is gonna be the last to fall in this engagement. It looks like the only survivor is Kunkka. Poor Kunkka. You're all alone, good sir. As this tower looks like it's more than dead.
Dire's bottom tower is under
We
attack.
didn't talk about the Roshan Aegis being picked up on Dendi.
Dire's bottom tower
I
has
never
fallen.
like Aegis on Death Prophet very much. Either way, they're going to be pushing this Tornado EMP combination.
Dire's bottom tower
EMP
is
is
under
not going to
attack.
hit anybody but okay, who ulties at his 4, but of course the Ghost Walk's going to get him out of that very quickly.
Dire's top tower
This tower
is under attack.
Going to take some damage, but of course the line's going to be back very shortly, so you expect Navi to back up here.
I think that
Dire's
they'll actually take the tier
structures
3.
are
They'll force
fortified.
the glyph. Now they're going to go out, but I'm very surprised Alliance chose
Dire's
willingly
top
to take a
tower
4 and
is
5
under
there.
attack.
They knew that Invoker was down, or it was a 4 and 4 to begin with, granted, but they knew Invoker was down, they knew Nyx had the lower respawn time, and they were pushing a tier 1. So
Dire's
Nyx could,
top tower
could
is
come
under
back into the
attack.
fight, TP in, and they essentially ended up getting a 5 on 4 there. And
I will
Alliance,
not
they
forget
just
this.
they don't have enough AoE damage and control without S4 there. I think
Dire's
it's a
top
much
tower
bigger
is under
blow
attack.
to them that they're lacking the Invoker than it is to Navi lacking the Nyx Loda, X-Torrent. We're gonna see a Vendetta coming out from Funnick here. And Alliance are gonna be happy with that and go back, but Navi, they're not letting go on the aggression now. They've got some momentum in this game now, 5k experience and gold.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Question is, can Alliance hold this? Tornado EMP will come off any second now from S4.
Of course, the shift from Kunkka is available to use at any time. Dendi, Exorcism, it just feels like he just used that. Either way, stun from Vengeful Spirit along with the Tornado. Spike Turf is going to prevent a little bit of damage. S4 is going to be the first to die, though. Good lord, this is not good for Alliance. Cyclone used on EGM. There comes the shift again. Oh, it's going to hit actually Funnick. But again, the buff is really all that matters here. As this should be enough for Loda to get away if they choose to do so, but they're going to continue to aggress, it looks like. And Bulldog should be pretty careful. The Omni Slash is going to rip him to shreds. Good lord almighty. Navi just ripping through Alliance left and right. This tier 2 tower will fall.
Dire's middle tower is under
I
attack.
believe they will fall back
Dire's
eventually.
middle
Of course, they have
tower
so much
has
sustainability though. So, you know, Cyclone.
EGM really overextending here.
So much burst damage to follow.
Easy kill.
Gonna continue. Loda really wants to go in. Nice! Beautiful disruption. Gonna prevent the torrent completely. Puppy's gonna get frostbit. This is gonna break things up. Either way, that was a possible death avoided thanks to the disruption from Kuroki. Beautifully done.
Alliance are really, they want to fight so badly, you can tell, but again, S4 has kind of been locked down this game, and it's a big... it's one of the best ways to counter Alliance, to be honest, is to make sure that S4 gets a bad game, because he's usually a really big playmaker for this team in that mid role. Has a nice mid hero this game for it as well, but they've just successfully really locked him down. He lost his lane, he's died 6 times, and every single fight they go for S4. They lock him down. This time around it was the Spike Carapace after the Tornado actually. He didn't even get the EMP off. That's a really big loss for him. He needs to Tornado EMP, and basically the way Navi are playing this right now, he needs to Tornado EMP and then force Staff out, because if he's even remotely close to the center of the fight, he just gets blown up. Dendi, X-Mark. I'm gonna torrent it as he is silenced here. Dendi will easily back out. He even has an Aegis and a Bloodstone. This, oh, holy shit, this DP is farmed.
Yeah, that is pretty insane.
Still not highest on net worth. That is Frost with the Manta style and 4,000 gold in the bank. Navi are looking
Something
really
already.
good here.
Good lord, man. Blink Dagger picked up on Funnick, and I mean, we talk about mobility on Nyx all the time, and since his Impale was changed, it's just so much better now getting a Blink Dagger than like a Dag. Of course, Dag is still kind of a troll build overall, but I guess it depends on the game. But overall, mobility with a Blink and Force Staff becomes like such a high tier hero.
Dire's
Always
top
fun to watch.
tower
Dendi
is
has a
under
double
attack.
damage rune, and of course they don't have a Rax yet, but they are in the major advantage. We're looking at the gold. 1,000 gold lead for them, along with the 10,000 experience lead, so 10k both ways.
To point out as well the potential the supports have in Navi's lineup as well. These are 2 of the best mid-late game supports. The Nether Swap is amazing, Disruption is amazing, and they have lots of BKB counters with both the Swap, the Demonic Purge. Just the damage sources Navi have are really heavily physical, both DP Ultimate as well as Juggernaut's Omnislash. It's hard for Alliance to item build against this Navi lineup with anything else than raw HP, because if they get Magic Immunity they just die, if they don't, they get completely controlled by all the stuns. So in that regard, it's a very intelligent composition here from Navi, and you could look for at Alliance's side and you can be like, okay, these supports actually have good potential in mid-lane game as well, but they're more farm dependent to be able to do it. Crystal Maiden in a mid-late game scenario kind of needs a BKB to get a good ultimate off, unless it is possible, but it's very unlikely. And for Silencer, he needs items. Right now, he is a global silence and a last word basically, but doesn't have that, you know, he doesn't have that big punch or big game-breaking save as the other heroes do, apart from his ultimate, which is a huge cooldown. So.
Just me, or it's just really hard for me to look at Silencer as a support. I mean, I don't know if this is something like going back to old days with Silencer mid or just more solo, like carry Silencer, but I just can't get rid of that feeling that I don't like him as support. He's very level dependent. I mean,
Dire's
farm
top
obviously
tower
helps,
is
but
under attack.
I don't know. It's hard for me to look at him as like, and the same kind of goes for Vengeful Spirit though. But of course, she's getting levels this game. Not amazing farm, but since Navi's winning, she's gonna help her ways. But of course, the level 2 swap is what we're really
Dire's top
focusing
tower
here.
is
That is
under
huge.
attack.
Once this hits level 2 and beyond, I think you've mentioned this
Dire's
in the
top
previous
tower has
cast. The
fallen.
positioning, just changing positions for the enemy, like choosing where they are, is just insane. We're gonna have Tornado, EMP. It's gonna hit on Puppy. There's the Omni Slash to follow. He's going so deep. It's gonna kill. And boy, is that it is an Aghanim Scepter. I was gonna say.
Got away from that. They couldn't turn on him. And S4
boy.
could not invoke Ghostwalk in time there. He must have had cooldown after invoking the others, because he had plenty of time, or just was in disbelief of how many times Frost was jumping Loda. Gotta get... Here, both doing a good amount of damage though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Silent this game and basically as Navi is completely dominating. We have 2 buybacks for Alliance.
Dire's
Dendi
top
getting
tower
silenced.
has fallen.
I'm sorry, he's silenced, I should say. EGM just trying to fall back to the base. Soul Catcher Disruption though on Loda. That, in all likelihood, it will not, but GG's come out. Navi completely dominates this ultra kill from Dendi, playing a beautiful Death Prophet. Although she's hideous in nature, beautifully
Navi
played today.
victory.
That was... I'm really surprised this game was as short as it was, because it was shaping up to be very even in the early game, but just 1 or 2 questionable decisions from Alliance and excellent play from Navi on exploiting it just really snowballed them off to a very easy game 1 here. So, I guess there's not much more to add to that. Navi just executed their strategy really well.